Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FilmSnobbery Live. This is Nick Baisley here to give you another episode. I'm really happy. I'm a little burned out, frankly. I've been handling Dances with Films for the past week or so, and interview after interview after interview, red carpets, screenings. It's been a fantastic experience, like most film festivals are. Get to meet a lot of filmmakers, got to meet a lot of people that work with the festival, and it's always great to see the behind the scenes on how these festivals are put together, and you know, it's always a new experience. It's always also cool to see the people who've never been to festivals before, and it's like their first, you know, I like the virgins, as you know, they are. Basically, it's their first festival experience, and how they're handling their audiences, and how they're handling the attention, and how a lot of them just shy away and go like, no, I made a movie, go see it. It's nice, it's good. These people that we're going to have on tonight, though, are nothing like those people. They're actually very outgoing and friendly and awesome. They have a new movie that they are kickstarting at the moment. It's called String Theory, and I'm really looking forward to talking with them about it. Our first guest, they're going to be on together, but our first guest is the director of String Theory. His name is Jonathan Pezza. He is a head of production, actually, over at Hot Pixel Post Production, which is funny that we have him on. How did I meet the gentleman? I don't know. Jonathan, I think I've worked with this man. So no, but he's fantastic. He's doing a Kickstarter campaign right now. I'm really excited to have him on the show and talk to him about this. I've read the script. I've seen the Kickstarter video, which we're going to show you guys as well. We also have on with Jonathan, we have Paulina Cerrilla, who's going to be on. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right. You might recognize her from The Voice. You might, enjoy her vocal stylings. She's also online on Twitter, and she's just a fantastic, friendly person. I've been getting to sit here, and we're having the private rehearsal session almost while we were waiting to go on the air. So I'm really happy with that. We also are joined by off camera tonight by pieces of the crew from String Theory. It's like we've got everyone in here, and I'm really excited. So off camera we have Shayla Cook, and we have
Philip Gray.
Philip Gray, that guy. We have an amazing producing team, and we also have up on there, you can see pictures of Art Freed, actually from Hot Pixel Post Production, is going to be doing he's executive producer and is going to be doing the editing, or he's going to cut it. He's a cutter. He does. He cuts it Edward Scissorhands style, it's really weird. I have a camera on me right now. I have another camera on me over here, and it's so damn distracting. Not really, though. I'm not used to having behind the scenes on my own show. So we have a fantastic show lined up for you guys. We're also going to show you guys some clips from String Theory. We're going to show you their Kickstarter video. Later on, we're also going to show you a brief bit of an interview we did with filmmaker Paul Osborne about Favor from the Dances with Films Festival, and I'm really looking forward to. Possibly we may have other things going on in this show, surprises. Possibly, if they feel like it. Let's just say it is a movie about music, or it has music intertwined in it. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Maybe a little music on FilmSnobbery Live. I don't know. We'll see. You know, there's a first time for everything, but you'll have to tune in and keep watching to see if that happens or not. And they also have some great things that they want to talk to you about, great surprises in store for their backers and stuff like that. So stick around. We're going to show you their Kickstarter video right now and why you should donate to String Theory. Stick around, and we'll be back with Jonathan and Paulina. Really excited to chat with them. See you in a minute.
My name is Jonathan Pezza, and I'm the director of String Theory. Thanks for clicking on the Kickstarter page.
My name is Philip Gray, and I'm the executive producer on String Theory.
I'm Shayla Cook, and I'm a producer on String Theory.
My name is John Matashak, and I'm the cinematographer on String Theory.
We've assembled an amazing team of artists and talent for this project, and all of them are going to help us breathe life into the music and the film.
It's something really, really, really close to my heart. It's a story about 3 musicians living here in Los Angeles whose lives collide in a 24-hour period.
I guess the thing that really attracted me to the project was kind of the symphonic nature of it. We're not just telling one story, we're telling 3, and at different moments within those stories they interconnect and cross each other.
Our 3 characters could not be more different. You have Yoon, who literally is finding herself in the biggest crisis of her life. You have Aurora, a homeless street musician who finds herself at the beginning of our story missing the one thing that she uses every day to survive, which is her guitar. Finally, you have Patsy, our 3rd character, who had a moment of fame, was in a rock band that people knew and people saw. But when the band fell apart, his life fell apart. He didn't get any of the money, but he got all the problems that go along with being a rock star, and he's still trying to live his life through his music.
Today, we are making our first exciting casting announcement. Let me introduce you to the incredible actress playing one of the three main characters, Aurora.
Hey guys, my name is Paulina Cerrilla. You might have seen me on season 3 of The Voice. I play Aurora in String Theory. My ginger locks turned into dreadlocks, you see? You know, the thing that I love most about String Theory is that these characters, though they have completely different stories and they're from different walks of life, the one thing that holds them all together and the one thing that affects them all is music. Music can literally be medicine, like doctors prescribe it, and it's amazing the power of what music can do.
This isn't a musical in the traditional sense. This is a great short film with fantastic music.
I've been writing music and singing and playing guitar since I was 10 years old, and it has always been the way that I cope with whatever challenges come in life. What I feel is really important about this film is that all three of my main characters do that exactly the same way. They don't play music because they want to be famous. They don't write songs because they want to be rock stars. They write and play because it's their only way of dealing with the world around them.
There's something soulful about the music in String Theory. There's something like guttural, visceral. I've shot over 18 features, hundreds of music videos. I've worked with artists such as LL Cool J, Snoop Dogg, Moby, Jewel, Sheryl Crow, Lady Gaga, and I'm excited to shoot String Theory.
We're going to have characters in different places who are going to be singing and playing live and then blend those tracks together.
There's something about an artist belting it out or singing their heart out, something about that changes the way you frame a shot, changes the way you light a scene. It makes it a little bit more powerful.
Right now, we're here across the street from the world-famous Whiskey A Go-Go. It is one of the characters of our film, and in order for us to shoot what we want to shoot there, it's going to take 1/10 of the entire budget just to shoot the interior and exterior. As a local musician here in Los Angeles, having your name on that marquee can't be replaced by any other image in the world. So support us and help us shoot at this iconic location that you cannot find anywhere else. In this launch video, you may not know it, but you've actually already heard some of the music that is going to be part of our film.
The day is dawning, each ray is spawning hope. Between the creases lie certain pieces of home.
I think you guys should support the String Theory Kickstarter because it's a wonderful film that really deserves to be made.
The characters in String Theory are unknowingly interconnected, and we are connected to you. We can't do this without you.
It doesn't really matter how much you give. It can be $1, $2, $5.
So please donate what you can.
If you can give us 1,000, we'll give you a big thank you. Huge thank you, actually, and a lot of other goodies too. If you look at the side of the screen, lots of goodies.
Please follow our Kickstarter campaign as well as follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Your support is everything.
Just share it with your friends.
We'll have lots of amazing updates in the next 30 days.
So you're going to hear about it one way or another. Whether you're a part of it or not, you should be a part of it.
The strings connected, the lights reflected, and the strings are break.
Hey everyone, we're back, and that was the promo video, the pitch video for String Theory, and I'm joined here by Paulina and Jonathan.
Hello.
Hey guys,
I'm excited. You guys excited?
I'm super excited.
I'm always excited anytime I can get like cool people on the couch, and you guys always have, you guys have cool things going on, so I'm really, happy to do it. So tell us a little bit about, you told everyone a lot about String Theory in your pitch video, but is there anything that, Jonathan, you haven't kind of revealed yet that you want to talk about?
Haven't revealed yet. Well, we've done our best to basically do our Kickstarter with the idea that we're putting it all out there. But the thing about this is that really it's this film for me was kind of a lifetime in the making. It's based off of so much life experience and so many personal journeys, and just the core thing that I've survived by over the years, and that's using music as personal therapy, as a form of expression that's just mine. And then now with this film, kind of putting it out there and seeing, you know, how the world reacts to it.
And Paulina, as a musician yourself, how did you even get involved with music? Like, why music as an art form as opposed to, well, now you're getting into film, but as opposed to film initially, or theater, or anything, you know, else with that? Like, why music specifically?
I was born singing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Own that mic.
I'm gonna own this mic. I was born singing. I've been singing ever since I was a kid, and it's just always been something that I've loved, and it's something that's gotten me through lots of situations. Like he said, it's like therapy, and singing and music just gets you through everything. And then I got into acting because of musical theater. Because the word musical got me attracted to musical theater, and then I found out through acting through musical theater, and then I just realized that I love that too, and now I do both.
Nice. Are you the triple threat? Do you sing, dance, the whole 9 yards?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Hate you.
Sorry.
I can't do any of that. My extent of my singing like begins and ends in the car and or shower, and that's it.
You know, there's people like that.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Now, how was your, you were on The Voice.
Yes.
How was that experience in terms of preparing you for other things in television or movies or anything like that? Did the experience at all turn you off to anything? Or like, okay, well, I know I don't want to do TV anymore, but like movies I'm still cool with.
No. Absolutely not. I think The Voice opened my eyes to a whole different world. Mm-hmm. You know, I got to be on this huge set, and I fell in love with how everything works in like production, and I'm just like, well, I want to be more involved with that. So yeah, I love TV. It's very fast paced, mm-hmm. but I also like, now that I'm getting more involved with film stuff, I'm loving that too. So
how about behind the scenes? Does it give you any inspiration at all to do anything off camera, basically, or behind the camera?
Absolutely. I've said ever since I was 12, I'm like, I'm gonna study cinematography in college. I've always wanted to do it. So it's something I'm definitely interested in, is mm-hmm. getting behind the camera. But for now, I'm just in front of it.
And Jonathan, now you obviously you do production every day for the most part for various people. Is string theory kind of your way of doing something that's just your own? I mean, do you ever get sick of being behind the camera, of being like, okay, all right, let's do whatever BS this is, and now string theory is your way of being like, I get to do finally something for me?
Well, you know, I've been making short films for now almost 13 years and doing filmmaking. So it's been my main goal in life is to get into directing features. Mm-hmm. But you know, similar to Paulina, my story starts in storytelling that I ended up in musical theater and
really?
Got dragged into it. Yeah, I thought for a long time I wanted to be an actor, but it was all because I loved singing on stage. And then I got my first professional gig in The Music Man, and I did 120 shows.
That was my first musical.
And it was awesome, and it also made me not want to be an actor. You know why? Because I wanted to play with every toy that was there. I wanted to learn about the lights. I wanted to learn how to stage things. I could not play in everybody else's like playgrounds, and so it quickly transitioned to film because basically it's such a malleable, awesome, artistic expression that you can basically do anything with it. You can follow the rules and then break those rules a million times and find your own way to tell a story. And there's really no limitations in the film medium. And so that's what drew me to it.
Do you find that the stories that you want to tell with string theory, obviously it's a very personal story, but you also have the aspirations to do like, you know what, I just want to do the Michael Bay and just blow some shit up. You know, do you ever have like that kind of feeling, and would you ever want to do that more in the indie thing, or would you pursue that on a more mainstream level?
See, I would like to do it on the mainstream level, and I do love science fiction and I do love action, but I also love the greats of the 70s and 80s, and I think that with the difference between that then and now in terms of mainstream action and mainstream sci-fi is that they didn't do it instead of having profound moments and profound meaning inside of an action or a science fiction film. They actually searched out ways to find those great, meaningful moments instead of just like blasting through them with some action line and some, you know, some explosion.
Some dude taking off his glasses going like, yes, you know, or whatever.
Although I did go to see Fast and the Furious 6 and it was awesome.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews. What kind of movies do you enjoy, and does your own enjoyment of those kind of movies affect what kind of roles maybe you're attracted to, or even maybe not even roles for acting, but the type of music? I mean, do you focus mostly on musicals? Do you like things that just have like a good score, like a John Williams score or something like that? I mean,
that is a fantastic question. I love movies of like all varieties, and as an actress, I like to act in all varieties. So you know, I enjoy good movies with like what Jonathan was saying. I enjoy just generally like a good storyline. I love reading scripts.
Do you?
Yes, I love reading scripts because you see those little details, and it's almost like you look into like whatever the writer was thinking and what they meant by this lighting here, and what they meant by this little shot right here, and it just shows all the work that they put into it, and I love all of that. And I love when I read the script and then I watch the movie and I'm like, whoosh, you know. So
I got a job for her, because when I read a script, I'm literally seeing the movie in my head. Like I'm seeing it shot for shot. You go even deeper than I go. You're like, what did he mean by that? You know, it's like, what did Demi really mean in Silence of the Lambs? You know, no, that's crazy. You know, that's cool. Do you ever listen to a score and make up your own words for it, like Jaws? Jaws, shark bite, he's gonna get you, gonna. I don't know, something like that.
I've never done that, but I'm gonna do that now because that's amazing.
There you go.
Did you?
It's like Leonard Nimoy's Star Trek theme with the lyrics.
Yes. Absolutely.
If you haven't seen it,
Google that.
Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, we have some things of you that we need to show that give a little more insight into your experiences here in making String Theory, including you have awesome hair to begin with, and I was so nervous that, well, not nervous, but like that. The only time I'd seen you really was in that clip, the clip that we're going to show.
Oh yeah.
And so when I came in, that's okay. They're going to see it. Spoilers. No. When you came in, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll recognize her, because that's the only frame of reference I had was your hair at that point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. But we're going to see some of her hair and other things in a second. And when we come back, we're going to have more of the interview with these fantastic people and things and announcements and other fun stuff. So stick around. We will be right back. And and we have questions too, audience questions from the audience. Yes.
Cool.
Twitter, Facebook, chat rooms, stuff like that. Yes.
To the best of our ability.
Yes, and definitely ask questions, because we always have fun things that we do with our audiences who ask good questions. Ooh. So, woohoo. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's me, Paulina. I recently became part of a really great film that's trying to raise money on Kickstarter. I play Aurora, and here's a sneak peek of our first photo shoot.
I'm turning into Aurora right now. It's quite the process.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it looks real.
My ginger locks turned into dreadlocks, you see? I think you guys should support the String Theory Kickstarter because it's a wonderful film that really deserves to be made. String Theory is a non-traditional musical about three singer-songwriters whose lives collide and unknowingly influence each other's destinies. I'm super excited to play this part because it's just totally different from who I am. She's had a difficult life, and I'm really excited to channel that. What attracted me most to String Theory was that the story was centered around music, and music is a very big part of my life. You know, music is just such an amazing thing that it's your friend, and it takes care of you, and you express yourself in a beautiful way. Music can literally be medicine, like doctors prescribe it. Every character in this film copes with their situation, it doesn't matter what it is, through music. Please support our String Theory Kickstarter. It doesn't really matter how much you give. It can be $1, $2.
You like my hair? You should donate $5 for this hair.
But this is a really amazing project that I really believe in, so please donate.
Hey, we're back, and we're back with Paulina and Jonathan, in case you didn't know who you were talking to. They're awesome people. They're here sitting next to me. They wouldn't be sitting next to me if they weren't awesome. So, so string theory, we were talking about music a lot, and we're talking about what you guys just saw was a little bit of your process in making this. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes in this project to get it out to as many people as possible, to get people interested in donating to Kickstarter. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to kind of get that interest and get those backers? Because it's not a small goal, but it's attainable.
Well, first I got to say that I have an unbelievable team, two of which are in this room right now, Shayla Cook and Philip Gray, and they are like everything. They've done such amazing work as we've been putting this together. And the thing that we really strove to do was create something that was an experience and entertaining, and even though you didn't necessarily know who we are, there was something captivating that encouraged you to go on the journey with us. And we're going to continue to put out content that really takes people on the journey of getting this movie made, making this movie, and then showing this movie to people. So. And
you know, sometimes when you have, I mean, obviously you have something very invested in getting, you know, this out, you know, in terms of it's your movie, it's your baby. You know, you have a wonderful crew that's also, I mean, they're here right now supporting you, which we don't always get, and then you have the actors. The actors, you're here right now, you're supporting. That's fantastic, by the way. You don't actually see a lot of actors getting involved in the crowdfunding process. So, you know, you've done some tweeting and some, you know, all the other kind of stuff that goes along with it. How do you? You've got a fairly big following. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It's all been through the music, and I greatly appreciate all of my followers who have helped out, and I love you guys so much. And for those of you who have not donated, you should totally check it out, because it would be a really great movie that really should be made. So it doesn't matter how much you guys give. It could be, you know, anything. More is better, but you know, you don't have to do that.
Giving dollars makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. That just happened.
That just happened.
Yes. You know, and that's great. I mean, what else are you guys doing to kind of cast that as wide a net as possible? I mean, obviously, you guys have done mail blasts. I know I've worked on them. But you know, you guys have done mail blasts, and you know, you guys have done. You know, you guys obviously you built a really. One thing I liked about your Kickstarter video was that it's really well produced, and I think that gives a really good indication of the quality of the movie that you're trying to make. Now, I guess the question is that, you know, was it really important to you to just to do it that way, or was it, you know, because some people are just like a couple guys on the couch being like, we need money, give us money, and they'll get a goal, they'll hit their goal, you know. But what set the bar for you to make this what it was?
Well, and I think that my team would probably say I look at everything from a level of how effective is it emotionally, and it can be the simplest thing, and if I feel that it can emotionally connect with an audience, it passes, and if it doesn't, it gets reworked. And sometimes that is frustrating, and it's as frustrating for me as it is for others, but it's how you make sure that everything that you do can actually reach out and touch people and get the message across that, you know, we're doing something special. So
strike a chord with the people. Get it? Because chord? No? Okay.
I got that.
Music.
Was that funny?
You know, high five.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
High five.
All right. There we go.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. That was a clap. That was a slate right there.
You can sync to that.
You can totally sync to that. Yeah.
Pluralize it.
What are some of the other things you're doing now? You guys have these things we're gonna show you guys. I was really kind of excited when I realized that they would come through on this.
Yeah.
You guys have these. They did.
Nice.
Yeah, they actually did move and all that. You have cinemagraphs. Let's
Yes.
talk about those because you know where you see those? You walk into an AMC, an ArcLight, or whatever, and you look up on the posters, you know, that they have there. That's where you see them. But where you don't see them is on an independent film project, and you don't see them online as much, except for like a promo thing for like Legendary Pictures or something like that. So
Yeah,
let's talk about those.
Shayla, who's behind the camera, I'd actually sneak in here for a second.
She should. She should come in.
We're going to get 4 people on this couch.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if I'm in shot or not, but
It doesn't matter.
Check.
okay.
I'll sit by my girl.
She is a cinematograph creator, photographer extraordinaire, and I saw her work recently on Neverwhere for Sacred Fools Theater Company, and it was so stunning. I looked at it and said, "Wow, we need to do all our posters that way." So I'm gonna throw it over to Shayla.
Yeah, Shayla, explain to me how do you do those?
You want the play-by-play because it's really boring.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's get. I want some technical specs. I'm a tech guy.
Well, I can't give all my secrets away.
Okay, fair enough.
Actually, it is kind of a trial and error process. There are a lot of starting points on the web. If you Google Cinematograph tutorial, you'll find some people who've kind of paved the way. And I was approached a few months ago to do them for my theater company, Sacred Fools, and for a show. And I got on and I studied and I tried the tutorials, and then some of the things didn't work and some things did, and I just kept what worked and figured out what didn't for me. And the thing is that every one of them is kind of different. Mm-hmm. They all have their own personality, which I really like. They're all like living creatures. So it's a process of filming video, cutting it way, way, way down to a small piece, importing it into Photoshop, exporting that as a movie, importing that as video frames, and then timing all that. And that's a simple answer, but it's a lot more complicated.
And while you're talking about it as well, like we're going to actually throw up. We have one. We have 2 of them. One is a Paulina, and. I will totally beaker that. But what? Why? Who came up with the idea of doing those? Was that all you, Shayla?
For the movie?
Yeah.
Actually, Jonathan approached me to do it because he saw, as he said, the ones that I did for my theater company.
And I was like, we live in a. Sneaking back down. I don't know if I'm out of frame or not.
Yeah,
you were a little bit. That's all right.
Okay.
You're good now.
I'm being told to be back.
I'll interview you. Okay.
Then I'm back in. Think thin. Okay. So.
It's all good, Pooh Bear.
We live in this like digital space. Everything gets out to everybody through the internet, and so we're still kind of married to the things that existed in the analog space. Mm-hmm. And to me, I saw that and I realized that that's the next step, because you see digital signage going up everywhere, and so why does it just need to be a single frame? Why can't you capture a single emotional element from the film itself and put that in the poster on top of the single frame image? They turned out amazing. So
I love that he came to me with the idea. I'd actually been thinking of ways of promoting artists already with them, because I do shoot headshots as well. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like the perfect marriage. It was like, I want you to do my movie posters. So.
And she said yes.
She said yes.
She regretted it every day.
They are a lot of work.
You know, it's how I imagine when I finally propose to a girl again is going to be like. She said yes. I can't wait to ruin her life. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not ruined. I'm actually really proud of them, and I'm excited about the next one. There's one coming out.
Yeah. Actually, we have it. Oh, we have the second one. We have the second one, which we're going to show right now. Actually.
That one. Because I can give you guys more space.
Jonathan, do you have any more questions?
I don't know. I'm good.
All right.
Let's let her amazing art speak for itself.
I agree. So, but thank you, Shayla, for coming on. Shayla Cook, everyone. She's going back behind the camera, where producers belong. No, I'm kidding.
Ouch.
I kid.
Actually, she's going to be in the movie too. Both of the producers are, both Phil and Shayla have parts in the film, and they're both actually amazing actors, as well as all the other crazy talents that they have.
That's actually how I know Jonathan.
Oh yeah,
It's through acting.
She knows Jonathan through acting.
She was in Hollywood Superhero, which was produced. Was the first project Phil and I produced together, and that Phil starred in with Shayla.
And Phil's over here off camera. We have so many people like
our circle. You never leave.
No, it's obviously someone's got dirt on somebody in here, and that's how that's going. But we actually, so let's talk a little bit about Abe, because we have some more content for him too that I want to definitely share. Obviously, we showed you guys the cinematograph. His is a little more subtle, very manly, rugged.
Yeah.
But as opposed to yours, very feminine, very scary.
Thank you.
Like most women are. Scary. But no, I'm kidding. But tell us a little bit. So, first of all, I sat in on your casting session for like half a second. Specifically for this character, actually. A lot of the guys that were for Patsy. Yeah. And, we saw a bunch of people read for it. I probably sat there for like 3-4 people, none of whom were in this movie that I'm aware of. Hey, that's the nature of the beast. Welcome to Hollywood. But explain to me what you were looking for when you were casting for this, and how you guys settled on Abe.
Well, there's no settling. Abe is amazing, and we're so blessed to have him as part of this project. I was looking for someone who could portray both an edge, this just pent-up anger from so many years of self-neglect and self-destructive just life decisions, but being in a scenario where his life is in the midst of the greatest change that it's ever had, and so I needed that edge to also be there needed to be a kindness, a parentalness, and like a sense of chivalry to him that counteracted the gruff exterior and the years of kind of that rock star mentality, so that he could really just like punch through and make your heart melt.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we do have a question from the audience. Let's take one. So from John Hoff 3. He says,
"Hey, John.
First of all, how cool is Abraham?"
Hey.
Oh man,
as cool as he gets.
Best.
He is so awesome. It's not even funny. He's a music geek, and he is into all. I'm a huge geek, and so I learned that he's into comic books and music and vinyl and all the things I'm into. So I mean, you just couldn't find a cooler guy, and he's so easy to work with and so funny and so kind that I'm so excited to be able to shoot this movie.
It's fantastic. And we have another question also from John, but I like it, and I want to hear both of you guys' opinion on this. What's the best way to connect people with good music?
Why don't you start?
What is the best way to connect people with good music?
Yes. So you're like Spotify.
I'm like YouTube.
Yeah.
Show people. I mean, if you enjoy something, just show someone. Tell a friend, and yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way to learn about new music, is just involve yourself with other people who enjoy the same type of music that you do, and learn from them, like what kind of bands that they like and what you can like. What do you think, Jonathan?
Well, I mean, I definitely think that like we live in this time where, it's not the radio stations dictating what we get to hear. You are able to connect with everybody and everybody else's tastes. So, like through Spotify, like I love going down friends' lists and like listening to a band, and if that band catches me in the first 5 seconds, I start listening to them, and then I'll buy the album even if it's on Spotify, because I like supporting music that really does grab me, So yeah, I think now is the time when music has the most potential to reach a wide audience if it is good.
I have a music question,
Sure.
and you might relate better to it because you were closer in age. Sorry. But I want to hear your opinion on it too, though, because I think there's some... Do you miss mixtapes, number one? And do you feel that there's something in the mixtape that is now lacking in how people share music, you know, and how people express themselves through music? And I guess from your perspective, Paulina, what is the new mixtape at this point, from your perspective? So I'm going to go ahead.
Start with me.
You can think about that, yeah.
I do miss the mixtape, but, you know, sharing playlists is huge, and I'm just waiting for the day when the MakerBot comes out and I can just have the MakerBot make a playlist LP vinyl that I can hand off to someone. So screw the mixtape. I'm going to hand you a mix record. You're going to be able to play that, and I printed it on a MakerBot.
The further we go, the more.
I told you I'm a geek, guys.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be like, I want to have the, I want to have a cylinder, an audio cylinder that I want to make for someone that we're gonna put on a player piano, and that's how we're gonna, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
How about yourself?
By mixtape, what do you mean?
I will.
I'm so sorry. I was born in 1995. Okay.
Oh, I was in high school. And even then, people are probably like, high school? No, that's...
No, don't be hard on yourself.
No, but, all right, mixtapes. So, back in the day, when we would trudge through 6 feet of snow, up hills and stuff for
Uphill
miles.
both ways?
Exactly, to get to school. And
Our
we...
school buses didn't have wings and jetpacks on them.
Exactly, and the dinosaurs. Oh, the dinosaurs. So, all right, so we'd go to school, and there'd be this girl that you liked, and if you had some sort of crush or whatever, and you had some sort of, you know, ability to express yourself, one of those ways that you would express yourself was you would create a tape, a cassette tape, full of songs that meant something to you, and you would give it to her. And sometimes it wouldn't be just the tape. You would create the playlist and write it out on the back. You'd do custom art on the front. The closest I've ever done with that was, there was, you remember that movie with Jason Biggs and Mina Suvari, Loser? Anyone? Yes, maybe. Amy knows. Okay. That she loved the soundtrack to that movie, and that soundtrack was never released officially. So for our anniversary, it was the anniversary of her birthday, I created a 2-disc set where I found all the music, including the score to that movie, and I burned it to discs, and I created custom, you know, artwork for the front and all that. I did the soundtrack, the playlist, basically handwritten and all that kind of stuff, and gave it to her, wrapped it up as a present, and gave it to her. Yes. I'm that guy.
That is so cute.
Yes.
Why doesn't that exist anymore?
That's what I want to ask you. I think you kids have ruined it for the rest of us. This is why we can't have nice things.
I agree. I agree. Because that is the cutest thing I've ever heard. And now it's like, hey, yo, girl, click this link. And then it's like... and then it's just like some rap song about, like, dancing up in the club. And, yeah, that's really sad. Would it be like romantic songs that like flow into one another?
Sometimes they would be. And here's the thing. This is back in the day where like you had to, there was 2 ways to record stuff. Yeah. You either, you know, when I created the CD, like Napster was around, so I could
version of this, and then there's like the angry, there's the break,
there's the breakup version.
You like do
so you would give a CD like, here's this, listen.
It's mixtapes are autobiographical. That's what they are.
Seriously, what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it needs to come back. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A-side and B-side too.
A-side and B-side. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're not talking like you hand someone over a playlist with like 1,000 songs in it. You're like limited to maybe 7 songs per side.
He'd he'd put it in the boombox, and he'd go outside your window.
In your eyes.
Yes. You can't do that with an iPod.
No, you go in there. You're like one second.
No. Guys don't even do that anymore.
I'm not getting any signal.
No, we'll be Skyping, and he'll send me like, hey, yo, check out this song, girl. And that's the new romantic stand outside the boombox, and we'll be like, if it's a love song, we'll be like, that is so cute. But it's totally not anymore.
No.
Like, you guys have ruined it for me.
So,
this is why you guys
now you have a responsibility, I think, to bring it back.
It's true.
You got to bring back the mixtape.
So you may not know this, guys. 21st century man, here's a lesson. Arts and crafts is how you win a heart.
This is true. And cooking.
Cooking?
Cooking.
I like cooking.
That's my go-to.
Well, I don't like cooking. I like when people
cook for you.
Yes.
See?
Yes. I agree. That's the way to go. So see, now I feel like we've had a musical education here about string theory as well. And then that's another part about string theory too. I'm going to bring it back. I swear to God, we're going back to string theory on this one, because you are looking at a multi-generational movie as well, because you have Patsy, who's an older, he comes from that time where, like, vinyl LPs, cassette tapes, dinosaurs, snowy hills in schools, and then
it's amazing how hills used to go up both ways.
I know. And you know what happened with that? 405.
Technology.
No. They plowed it over 405. No. No improvement. But they have, and then you have Paulina's character, and you have another character as well in there, because you have this movie
Our
and
yet to be announced main character.
Yes. Although if you read the script, which is available online, it's stringtheorythemovie.net.
Yes.
Please
read it.
You could read it.
Really proud of it.
And get some insight into that character. But yeah.
What was the question?
I don't think I actually got to the question part, actually. I think it was more me rambling and you guys agreeing with me a little bit, which I appreciate, by the way, the humoring of myself and my babbling.
You had me at mixtape.
Yeah, I really did. I think that script, mixtape, characters.
Seriously, read the script, guys, because it is so well written. And like what I was talking about earlier, like when you read a script and then you watch a film and you're just like, what does it mean? Now you will know what everything means, and your mind will be blown by how amazing and smart and everyone on this team is.
We were talking about how multi-generational this is, and how do you feel that that's going to appeal to everybody?
Absolutely. It's a story about 3 characters, and the 3 characters have entirely separate character arcs. They're each dealing with challenges that are unique to them. Mm-hmm. Patsy is in his upper 40s, and by no means old, but he's dealing with what it means to be out of that rock young phase of life and having to deal with what it means to be entering middle age. And you have Aurora, who is 18 years old and on the street and living through her street performance, and her challenges are entirely day to day. They are all in the now.
Right.
And then you have Yoon, who's actually this kind of like bridge character, because she is a slightly older, she's in her mid-20s, Chinese woman who's living in Los Angeles and wants something, but like so many people, goes after the easier things than actually putting yourself out there. The risks are always in putting everything you have on the table and letting them see who you really are and letting them see your art and your music. And instead of doing that hard thing, she has been lying and finding another way to try to get through it, and it all catches up to her.
It's about, like everything else in life, when you approach something, specifically for the arts, I feel, which is there's consequences to everything you do. It's cause and effect, and there are easy ways to make it in this business being the entertainment industry, whether it's music, film, theater, whatever, I guess. And then then there's ostensibly the right way, which is by far the most frustrating way. Not even always the most rewarding, but when it does happen and something coalesces, like, I do feel it's the most satisfying, at least for the people that I watch that succeed. Which character, and I kind of already know what the answer is going to be on this, which character in the script do you relate to the most? But being the fact that you wrote the script, I'm guessing that there's a part of you in each character, but which one would you have to say represents you as a person right now in your life?
Truthfully, I don't think. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of Patsy, I think, in me, and that's the idea that, like, my life, as long as I can remember, has been how do I climb this mountain of being a working director in Los Angeles when the odds are so against you, and there's so many people, and there's so many different challenges to being able to be seen and to get your work across to people. And that I've literally just given up so much else in my life just to do that, to just be really great at that one thing. And now I'm starting to get to the point where I have a niece and a nephew that I'm basically in love with, and they are really starting to change the way I think about family and what I want for myself in life. Mm-hmm. And so that part of me is in Patsy for sure. But, you know, Aurora is about my youth and about being out on the streets, living on the street. I did live on the streets as a kid, not for as long as this character, but I remember how scary it was and how and how much literally my music was the thing that kind of kept me sane through that period. And then Yoon, I think, is about all of the different choices that I've made that were easy and took me down a wrong path because they were easy. And so, I mean, they're all a little bit of me, but then they're all, I think, everyone, and that's what I was trying to do.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's take a little break for a second. We can all grab a quick drink of water and whatnot. We're going to come back, and what we wanted to show you guys is a little bit of Patsy's character. We have a clip that showcases Abe and his work, and we're going to show that to you right now. And when we come back, we're going to wrap up a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about the goal here of this Kickstarter campaign, and basically get through anything else we need to get through, and make sure that you guys are all good and plugged and all that kind of fun stuff.
I feel like.
Do you feel satisfied?
I feel satisfied.
So when the money's on the table, I'm ready to. You're not.
I don't know.
No, not yet, right? We'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. By a couple of seconds, I mean it's like literally like a minute 52. So we'll see you guys in a minute, and we'll come back with more with Paulina and air director Jonathan. And stick around. Be right back.
Enjoy, guys.
I'm Abraham Ben-Ruby, and I have the privilege of playing Patsy in String Theory. What drew me to String Theory was the material, the story itself. I'm a huge music fan, and the story is about three musicians whose lives intertwine like melodies crossing each other. The script itself is written like a song, and I found that to be a really unique and special way to tell the story. Patsy is a faded rock star whose glory days are long past him. After a life of selfishness, finding a new reason to live, a new reason to make music. I have been a music junkie all my life, and I don't do anything without music. I'm drawn to stories that use music in a clever way, whether the story is actually about music like String Theory or it just has a poignant soundtrack. You've looked at the website, you've looked at the Kickstarter campaign, you've seen the music videos, you've seen the cinemagraphs, you've seen the quality that's involved in this project. You can read the script. Take a look at what we're doing. To get String Theory made, we need your donation. You can give as little as $1, give what you can. There's some great perks if you check out the Kickstarter page. Put it up on Twitter, put it up on Facebook. If you can't donate, that's fine. You can still help us by sharing. This film is about interconnectedness, and we can't make it without you.
Hey, we're back. Look at these beautiful people to my right. I'm sorry you have to deal with me while they're here. But so all right, so String Theory is on Kickstarter right now.
Yes.
The goal that you've chosen. Why did you choose that goal?
Well, it's a longer story. It's a longer short. It's about 18 pages, and we wanted to do the film justice, and we wanted to do it right. And you know, doing that meant that there were a few places that we just couldn't cut costs. We're asking for $35,000, which you know seems like a lot in the short film world, and there's a lot of people doing stuff way less, but when you add, like, Hollywood, Los Angeles exteriors, you add the whiskey or, you know, other locations that you can't replace by anything else, there are costs that are just built in that you can't get around.
Right.
And no matter who your friends are, those bills are going to get paid if you want to make your movie. And, you know, and it's a SAG short, which was super important because the talent that we have and our cast is so amazing, and we couldn't have done that without SAG. So, you know, that,
thumbs up, SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah. It really, you know, we want to tell this story in a way that moves and captivates you, like any great film, and in order to do that, we had to, we're shooting 5 days because we're doing live recording on site with the music, and that's taking up excess time, and time means extra days, and extra days means a little bit more money. So, but 35 grand really for what we're doing is so bare bones that it may seem like more than the average, but for us, we're making magic happen at 35K. So,
do you feel that this would be a calling card for a possible feature of this movie?
I think there's definitely an opportunity for a feature here.
I mean, you have three main characters, 3 acts. Boom, you're done. I mean, that's
bam, sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you need is a girl and a gun, and I'm sure you could pull one of those out there somewhere, right?
Yeah. Well,
she wants to do some action.
She does break a window. Her character does break a window.
Do you?
I do.
We're charging you for that, you know.
Yeah. Also a reason why.
Yeah.
Budget-wise. So yeah, a big window.
Sorry about that, guys.
But you know, we didn't want to cut corners on the script yet. We wanted to make sure that the story was effective. I'm sorry, I continue the last question. What was this?
The last question was the amount, and then it was the feature.
Feature. Oh, yes. It's very easy to make this a feature. The 3 main characters have really complex stories that we're getting through really quickly, and I think it's amazingly effective at 18 minutes, but you add a little bit longer journey, you give a little bit more time to breathe, and you add a lot more music, and it would be something that I think would have legs, and could be something that people would really enjoy.
And you know, you have something else on this as well. I mean, the money that you're asking for is not just production costs. You're talking finishing costs. You're talking marketing, promotion, the whole 9 yards. Do you expect to go to festivals with this and all that? And do you already have kind of the idea of what you're doing? Are you going to be playing some stuff at festivals for us?
I would love to.
We're hoping. Our dream is that we make it into South by next year, and that we are able to use the music to bridge both the music and the film festival.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So that would be our hope. And you know, I mean, the money goes towards the finishing of the 4-song EP that'll go on iTunes too. I mean, we're stretching that dollar so far to get so much done, that that 35 grand is really the difference between us being able to take this where it needs to go and having to, I don't know, we need you guys.
Need them. So go to stringtheorythemovie.net and definitely go ahead and click on anywhere that it basically says Kickstarter and give money. Donate button.
There's a donate button at the top. And
the producer's on that.
There's a myriad of links to get to the Kickstarter page.
Yes, absolutely. And again, if you need more incentive to do it, I mean, these guys have fantastic perks that they've lined up. They have these little micro events that they're going to be setting up throughout the.
And if you haven't seen any of our silly vines that have been up there today, we're going to be doing a micro event for the rest of the night, actually. So it's a great time to talk about that. If you guys donate we're going to do this until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will do a custom vine for you.
Nice.
We will say your name in it. We might sing. We might dance.
I will do anything for you. No, I won't.
Again, producer, you're on that.
Within reason, we will make them special.
Yes, I will do appropriate things. I'm just going to stop talking.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah,
probably for the best.
You have it.
I'll tell you what I will do. So we have a fantastic sponsor that sponsors this show, Sony, which is great, and Sony has given us software. And Sony Vegas Pro, which I know I'm in a room full of Mac users here, and I always feel awkward bringing up PC-based software, but it is less expensive than Final Cut and just as effective if you learn how to use it properly. It's software that retails for between $500 and $600. I would say for anyone who's either watching this now or for even while this episode is up, if somehow you can attribute it to this episode, anyone who goes ahead and donates, let's say $100.
Yeah.
$100, I'll give you guys a free copy of Sony Vegas Pro. How's that?
You heard it here. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is more than amazing, guys. You know, it's all about you know, filmmaking is all about making that first film, and with Vegas, you can make your first film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make your second film, your 10th film. You can.
I've been using it to edit these interviews like this for the past 5.5 years. So don't judge that quality on what you could do, because I know how I'm by no stretch of the imagination an editor. But that said, Sony, they're awesome. They give us free stuff. They give us free stuff to give to you. So that
is awesome.
Yeah. So $100 or more. Tell them Film Snobbery sent you somehow, and go ahead and donate the money, and we'll. Once verified, we will send you your perk from us to you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Cool.
And
awesome.
another thing I really like about like the perks is that there's different perks for each price that you put. So like you can choose from 2 different like $8 perks, so you can choose from like 2 different like $20 perks or whatever. So I think that's really cool that you have that option. And then often you can package it and you get lots of things that were in other perks at lower prices, and you just get all of it, and that's lots of goodies, and it's a bang for your buck, and it helps us.
And you know, they built in everything into this Kickstarter amount. So I mean, to pay for the perks, obviously we have that cost built in. You have the cost for the marketing, the cost for the distribution, the cost for festivals and whatnot. You have the cost for the production itself, the cast, the crew, the locations. I mean, it adds up, people. Everyone will be the first people to tell you, like, yeah, I can make a movie for $100. You can, but that's not to say it's the best idea in the world to do. You know, you can do it. There's no right or wrong way to make a movie, but if any of you guys have seen their Kickstarter video, you can tell they do know the right way to make a movie. And so, and it's a great script. I have read it. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. It makes me jealous that I'm not slightly more musical. You know, apparently not outside of movie scores.
We can start the guitar. It's a year of frustration to learn guitar at first, but you know. We can start tomorrow.
I had a guitar for a while because my grandfather used to play guitar, and I got so frustrated with it. It was one thing I couldn't do. You know, I can code and program with the best of them. I can host a show mediocrely, but apparently playing a guitar is a skill that I just lack. I don't have the coordination.
Today, nobody does when they start.
All right.
It's a year of frustration. I tell that to everybody who says they want to learn.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
It is so true.
But you guys
make nothing good comes out of the guitar and you for the first year. You just frustration and lots of hand pain. And then
a breakup comes and it's like, oh.
Yeah, and then
all of a sudden you're Taylor Swift.
It clicks. Yeah. It's true. It's weird how that happens.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
We're waiting. We're all waiting in this room for that. You're going to have that breakdown eventually. We're going to see you on TMZ, and you're going to go through that. You're going to give us that entertainment.
I'm not about that life.
No.
Nope.
I like that. I like her. She's nice.
She's so together. When I first met you, I was like, and I found out that you were 17. I couldn't believe it because you're so smart. You've got your stuff together on such an amazing level. I mean, if anyone's prepared to take this industry by storm, it's you. So.
Thank you. Yay. That's so sweet.
Aww. Aww. Well, speaking of a year of pain and frustration, you guys brought your instrument, your weapon of choice with you.
Yes, and this is okay, guys.
Okay,
so
guys.
We are gonna play the opening song, which hasn't been featured. There's a music video on the website, and we haven't really released anything from this yet. And truthfully, Paulina and I have only had about 8 seconds to rehearse this, so this is almost the first time she'll be playing through it too. And it's in a new key that we discovered before we started this.
Literally, the laptop is sitting right in front of us where they were practicing before the show started.
It's going to be awesome, but I make no promises about errors for me on the guitar.
It was my first time reading through the lyrics, too, so, you know.
Just do what I do. Make up your own.
But you hadn't read the sheet.
Yeah, I've heard them. It was just the first time that I've read them.
You know, all right, so here's the deal. We have, this is a Film Snobbery. I got 2 mics now. This is great. I'm in stereo. This is a Film Snobbery exclusive in as much as we've never done a live performance on the show before. So I'm excited for whatever's about to happen next. Go.
All right, well, let's give her the mic.
You get the mic.
Okay.
And you'll pick up. It'll pick up.
Will it?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
your voice will be featured more than the...
If you need more vocal.
Yes, Amy, that's on you.
Just tell us if the guitar ends up overpowering everything.
Okay.
Yeah. One more. We're gonna do one more.
Okay. Intro?
Yeah. One more.
Okay. All right. Okay.
See, we're workshopping it.
I'm nervous, guys. Life's got a sense of humor, that's all I've heard before. He threw my shit out on the street and quickly locked the door. He said my final lesson, he yelled from deep inside his baby, I've got pride. There is a list of sins I'll stand, but I won't stand for yours. Claim you wanna sing and play, now start your first world tour. As I walked away, I flipped the bird and I just cried, oh baby, I've got pride. And I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for the wrongs to right as I scream about home. And I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for paradise as I sing about home. The neighbors in the lawn chairs, the children in the corn, the one stoplight keep blinking to wipe away the scorn. 6 strings of loaded bullets, the axe will mold them down, baby, I'll get mine. The rhymes I feel like fire, the ashes I will rise. The lyrics are the wire, then they cut the final ties. The anthem of the wild, words to the wise, and baby, I'll get mine. And I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for the wrongs to right as I scream about home, about home. Oh, and I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for a paradise as I sing about home.
One more.
Alright. And I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for the wrongs to right as I scream about home. Yeah, oh. And I swear by the dashboard light, I will call for a paradise as I sing about home, about home. Oh, yeah.
Woo! Yay! All right, everyone. That was Paulina and Jonathan on guitar over there, and
yeah, that was awesome.
There you go. That's right. That's what we call her. We call her One Take Paulina. She just rocks it out in one take. All right, so I want to again tell everyone to go check them out over at stringtheorythemovie.net. You can follow Jonathan on Twitter at Pezzabrain.
That is me.
That's why Brian stuck in my head. Brian. All right, and then it's me, Paulina7.
That is what my Twitter handle is.
On Twitter as well.
It's me, Paulina7, and then on YouTube and stuff, it's me, Paulina. Just that.
Yes, it's her, Paulina.
Please.
Support. We love you.
Oh,
and we want to bring this to you.
And follow String Theory. That's String Theory Twitter.
Yes.
Come on now.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yes. At String Theory MOV.
String Theory Mauve.
Mauve.
Move. MOV.
No,
Mauve.
MOV.
Yeah. String Theory MOV.
And when we come back, we do have more show for you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And when we come back, we're gonna have a little ad from our good folks here at Hot Pixel, where we are filming, and apparently where the sound stage is. This feels very Saturday Night Live now, except not as funny, but as entertaining. Maybe not the last season, but no. I'm kidding. So we'll be right back. We have a quick ad from our folks at Hot Pixel Post-Production. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about our time over at Dances with Films and a little bit other stuff that's going on. And then I swear to God, you guys can leave. But I want to thank everyone for sticking around for our interview here with Jonathan and Paulina, and listening and hearing and watching and donating to all things String Theory. And I want to thank obviously the crew of the String Theory that stopped by as well. And yes, so we'll see you guys back in a minute, and or preferably, I guess it's 2 minutes, or a minute and 30 seconds. So stick around.
Thanks, guys.
Hey everyone, we're back, and Amy's hand was in the thing. That was adorable. This is her first time directing tonight, and she's done a fantastic job. I think Bill's out of a job now. So yeah, so we've been at Dances with Films all week long, starting from last Thursday with the red carpet event, or green carpet event in their case, where we were there forever watching filmmakers and the occasional celebrities walk the green carpet, and we got a chance to talk to them. Actually, we had I brought on someone that I thought was just going to run the camera, and then I was like, you know what? She's a girl and much better looking than I am, so I'm going to have her do all the on-camera stuff. So I want to say thank you to Stephanie Pressman real quick for coming out and helping us with doing all the on-camera stuff during the green carpet. We got to talk with some great people. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. Really long press line, I mean, but they have a ton of movies there. I mean, we were there for 3.5 hours just talking to filmmakers. Movies like Finn and Buoyancy and Chastity Bites and She Loves Me Not and all these great people. Armin Shimmerman was there, and Jerry Jewell was there, and people from American Horror Story and all these. And while all those celebrity types of people were there, the great part was that they really did give the filmmakers center stage, so it was really great to see that as well. We have interviews, extended interviews with many of those filmmakers, actors, actresses, producers, etc., that are starting to go live over on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/FilmSnobbery, and so we probably have another 10 that still need to go, and we're still filming more interviews tomorrow, more interviews on Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to it. The clip of the interview that we're going to show you right now is from an interview we did a couple days ago. We've got a chance to edit and post real quick from our good friend Paul Osborne. He has a movie called Favor that's actually going to be showing on Saturday, and if you guys are in Hollywood at the Chinese theaters and you want to go see it, please do. I'll be there supporting it myself in person, so you can go and you can make fun of me, or you can call me names, make fun of the baldness, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Tell me you hate my reviews, or you could just say the occasional nice words of like, you do a really good job, but barring that, feel free to, just no punches or kicks. I'm still recovering. So, but I'll be at Favor, and which looks like a fantastic movie starring Blaine Weaver and Patrick Day, directed by Paul Osborne, the director of Official Rejection. And we're going to show you a little clip of that right now. You can find the full version of this interview up on our YouTube right now. Again, that's youtube.com/FilmSnobbery. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up a little bit. And like I said, look forward to more of those interviews on YouTube and on FilmSnobbery.com. We're a little light on posting the interviews on the site, only because we've been focusing on getting everything up on FilmSnobbery, the YouTube page. because we're also redesigning FilmSnobbery right now. So I'm in between like 3 different sites, constantly uploading things. But hopefully we'll get everyone caught up. We do have some great reviews that we've just posted as well from our reviewers. You know, Christy and Bethany and Sean and Tom, all those guys have really stepped up and given us a lot of great reviews. When we come back, we'll get on out of here and wrap up. But for now, check out me and Paul Osborne. Stick around for it because he's a funny guy. Osborne, is it?
I believe so. I believe it is Osborne.
Osborne, yeah. With I think I've heard of the man. You're here with you have a Dances with Film's official selection. You are the film Favor.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing Favor. This is playing this Saturday over at the Chinese theaters at Dances with Films.
Yep, at 5 o'clock.
You know the thing about you and me, Marv? We've got a lot of history. We go back a long time, and that means something. You were the guy that I could always count on to be down for anything. You used to say you could tell how good a friend is by whether or not they'd help you move a dead body.
Guilty.
I need your help. I need your help moving a dead body.
Sing me a song of redemption. Sing a little prayer for me. I lived a life full of misgivings. Somebody come and rescue me.
What are you doing here? I want what you owe me. After what I did for you, I don't owe you anything.
Hey, baby, midnight's coming.
I can do everything that you want, then you're gonna run off to the cops.
Just me and the mean old moon's gonna.
I managed to keep my mouth shut because I think that you're my friend. Now, you are my friend, right? Yeah. Then you best keep me believing it.
5 o'clock. That's very important. You're here. We have this film that has also starring FilmSnobbery Live alum Blaine Weaver as well. What's the film about?
Well, the film is based on the idea that a friend helps you move, but a really good friend helps you move a body. Blaine Weaver and another actor, Patrick Day, play two friends. One of them has a body he needs disappearing, and the other one offers to help him disappear it. And in doing so, it sort of upends the balance of power in their relationship, and the whole thing spins out of control.
You know, they say write what you know, film what you know. How much experience did you have moving bodies before you started filming Favor?
Man, if I had a dime for every body I'd have to move, I'd have a lot of dimes. Let me say that. You know, actually, it's how I raised money for the film. Put an ad on Craigslist. Say, you know, if you need a body being helped move, happy to do it. You know, rates negotiable, and we raised money that way.
As a director, how are you on set to work with? Are you kind of like a bot? You know, every word of the script is you know, sacrosanct type of deal, or are you just like, okay, this is the gist of what this scene is about, get me there?
Well, you know, I wrote it as well, so I could have been a total word Nazi. I don't think I am. I basically, you know, I don't really sit there and look at the script and be like, okay, well, you missed that, and you know, I sort of like we rehearsed it a lot, and I worked with them, and there was some places they would improv, and I mean, we rehearsed like for weeks before we shot, and they'd improv. We added into the script, stuff like that. So my thing was, as long as I recognize the scene, you know, there are certain things that words have to play off each other, and sometimes we actually would start going far afield on their coverage. And I'm like, I got to bring you back something closer, because when I do this person's coverage, it ain't gonna match if she's sticking to the script and you're not. So, but for the most part, you know, as long as it sounded like the scene to me, I was good with it. And what's great is that a lot of stuff they did come up with, little things, made it sound more naturalistic, and also they came up with some great lines that I totally take credit for. Like, written by Paul Osborne. Oh, that line. Yeah, sure, Pat Day came up with it, but you know, it goes to me.
It goes to you. Now, because Blaine is also a director, you know, he has 6-month Rule out on DVD right now. All right, so that's our little snippet of interview with director Paul Osborne, writer director Paul Osborne. If you don't get a chance to see Favor, I highly recommend you go over to, like, say, Amazon or Netflix or whatever. Check out his documentary Official Rejection. If you want to get the quintessential film festival experience without actually having to spend the money, go ahead or make a movie. Go ahead and check out Official Rejection, because it is probably the most honest view of a film festival experience next to Nick and Jerry Get Off that you'll actually ever check out. Nick and Jerry Get Off is the documentary that Jerry Cavallero and I, he's actually out at the moment. He's usually in our chat room, but he's out with his girlfriend's father. To dinner. I wonder what's going on there. Heavy conversation, I'm sure. But he's ex-co-host Jerry Cavallero. We took a road trip down to the Orlando Film Festival, hence the off, and we filmed it. And that was an interesting experience. I hope to never repeat. No, I still have nightmares about it. Yeah. No. But check out Official Rejection. It's a really it's a timeless film in terms of documenting the festival experience, so definitely take a peek. Again, I want to thank our guests today. I want to thank Jonathan Pezza. I want to thank Paulina Cerrilla, and I want to thank the people who walked in as well. I want to thank Shayla Cook and Philip Gray. I always want to call you something completely different. Like, you just don't look like your name to me. Do you really? Yeah. All right, I believe it. No. But he's fantastic. He's been filming a lot of kind of behind the scenes while he's here, and it's cool. And we got to meet during the casting session, actually, and I like his intensity, so I'm excited. Again, donate to String Theory, because if any donation between now and whenever I decide to give out the prize of $100 or more, you're going to get a free copy of Sony Vegas Pro 12, which is from our good folks over at Sony Vegas, or Sony Creative Digital. They were nice enough to give us some stuff. They've been nice enough they were our first sponsor. Probably will be our last sponsor. I love them. They never ask questions. I'm just like, I need stuff. They're like, here you go. Like, I'm going to a festival. They're like, great, here's stuff. And I'm like, thank you. I have stuff now. Look at all my stuff. And the great part about having all that stuff is that we get to give it to you. And but you know, like anything in life, it comes with a price. And unfortunately, or fortunately for these guys, the price you have to pay now is your money to their project. And then I give you fun, cool stuff that costs a lot more than what your donation is. So and it doesn't cost any of these guys anything, because they don't have to add it to their perks. So yay! Everyone wins. Thank you. Everyone wins. But yeah, Sony. So they've been great. It's what I learned to edit on, much to the chagrin of everyone at this office. And I definitely again want to thank the good people at Hot Pixel Post Production. We're actually in their color timing bay. This is where we shoot every week, and they're nice enough to give us, the space. I want to thank everyone for who actually was in the chat room tonight. I want to thank everyone who's asked questions and just been with us and retweeted and donated everything through Twitter, Facebook, everything. It's been a fantastic show. I'm really excited because, again, we had our first acoustic, or our first live audio experience. Live music. Yeah, that is what they call that, huh? Music. We did. And now it's like it's a real variety show. It kind of is. Like, this is like Sonny and Cher.
You know, tap dance. You just need one. You just need one good move.
I do need one good move, right? I got nothing. A little. Yeah, I could do a little chair dance. A little this, a little couch, a little, huh? No.
GIF somewhere.
Yeah, I hope so. That's okay.
I can make that happen.
Oh shit. No archive. Erase it, Amy. But I want to thank everyone. It's great to be in a room full of professionals that love what they do, and because it reminds me how much I love what I do, and especially with long weeks where you're surrounded by filmmakers, you're surrounded by all these creative people. It's always nice because it gives you that boost to kind of get to the next week, and especially in a job where your job is to criticize, and it's not always positive. So it's great to see people who are positive and creating new things and good work that I don't have to criticize. I'm just like, no, it's all right, actually. I want to say, you guys, we have a show next week as we normally do. So stick around every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over at FilmSnobberyLive.com. We'll be announcing our guest shortly. By shortly, I mean when we have them. No, I think I know who it is. I just can't remember who it is off the top of my head. Bless you. or cough, whatever that was. It was a sneeze? All right, copy that. So I want to thank, again, thank everyone on Twitter, Facebook, the chat room. I want to thank Amy for filling in and doing a fantastic job as our director. You have one job left to do, and let's hope you don't screw it up. No, I'm kidding. You've done fantastic the whole show. Thank everyone who came today, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.